Settle in, guys. This one is a little bit of a story. This is a bit of a test to see if my husband watches these videos, because I sent him out the Asda last night to get the Dow Egg Bits hazelnut coffee, and God bless him, he couldn't find it, but he's got me these Nestle sachets, and I don't even want to Google how many points, sins, calories they've got in them, but I'm drinking it anyway. And babe, in fact, blaming you. Being single is hard. It is. It's fun. You get to do whatever you want, whenever you want. But sometimes, you know, you want that special someone to share your life with. I know, I get it, I've been there. It can be tempting sometimes when you're having a lot of trouble finding a man to think about whether it's time to lower your standards. It's not. If anything, it's time to raise them. Pinpoint exactly what you want in a man. I've dated some absolute pricks in my time, but we'll start from about 2010, because this is where it gets weird. There was this guy, he was like the textbook prick. He was like all the gobshites that you'd ever have in the world was him rolled into one. He was horrible to me. Like, he used to call me all sorts of names. Like, he used to call me fat. He used to like punch me leg, so I'd have bruises all over my leg. And we were going on holiday, and I was like, please, can you just stop hitting me, because, you know, I don't really want to be on the beach with a leg covered in bruises and not being able to explain them. Domestic violence, it's not okay in any way, shape or form. If somebody is being horrible to you and putting you down and even like play fighting with you and stuff like that, and you don't like it, that's abuse. When you're in it, it's kind of hard to see it. He had a girl best mate who he would take on dates, like they would go to the pictures and for dinner and stuff like that, which is fine, but not when he used to fuck me off for her. He had a secret child that none of his family or friends knew about. One night I was talking to one of his friends, and he flipped, like he was like proper screaming in my face. He had like dabblings as being gay, and apparently he's fully out now, like he's got a fella, so you know, I was never going to please him, was I? He was just your common old garden asshole, basically. And after I broke up with him, I just wanted to find someone who was just nice. I was just tired of all these horrible men, because I didn't really have any standards. I wasn't actually thinking about what I actually wanted in someone. It was more like, you know what I'm talking about, the chemistry. And then I met this guy, and he pursued me, and he was nice. If you ever been in a relationship where things just go further than they're meant to do, I was just sitting there thinking, is this it? Is this all it is? He was a bit jealous. He was a lot jealous, actually, and insecure. But, you know, he was nice. But, you know, on like the intelligence level, on a sense of humour level, on any level, we had like nothing in common. Like, I don't know why we were together. One day I was sitting there, he was out somewhere, I think at the races or something like that, and I was in the back garden with my best mate, and it was sunny, and we were just having a drink and all that. And I said, you know what, I don't think I'm going to be with him much longer. Like, I can't. I don't know why I'm with him. And so I made a list. I was very into The Secret at the time. Like, my life was starting to change. I'd not long started Scouse birth. Things were like looking up. So I made a list of what I wanted in a man. And sometimes it can be, you see a lot of like negative things about these women who have these big long lists of what they want in a man, like they're never going to find them. And you know, that may be true if you're a bit too picky, but you know, in the end I had 5 non-negotiables. Absolutely, like these 5 things the next guy I was with had to have. And then like a load of other, you know, nice to haves. He had to be tall, because I'm sorry, I am 5'9" and a half, and I do love a heel. And so I'm sorry, a 5'11" guy is just not going to cut it. I'm talking like, you know, 6'1", 6'2" and over, because I don't want to be feeling like some sort of, you know, giraffe on a date with me fella. No. You always get the short lads kicking off when you say anything about the height. They're going, oh, we're not allowed to say a girl's fat. I was going, sorry, the same thing though, is there? But anyway, what you call a lad whose height starts with 5? A friend. He had to be intelligent, a sense of humour, loyal, don't want no cheating ass, someone with a bit of ambition, someone with a bit of get up and go. I went out that night, like we weren't even supposed to be going out, but we'd had a few bottles of the Al Prosecco, so we decided to get dressed and go out. And I met someone, and not only did he fit the 5 non-negotiables, he sort of fit pretty much all of the rest of them, and I was like, no, I'm being Jeremy Beadle, dear. Someone's having me off. No way have I just made a list and now I've met this fella. And I got home and there was my fella. By this point, I iced him. I was hungover and he was just like, oh, do you love me? In one of these horrible voices that, I'm sorry, would make a vegan want to kick a cat. And he was like, do you love me? I was like, no. And he's like, what? Is this a joke? No, I don't. I'm really sorry. I can't. I'm not going to lie to you anymore. It's not going to save anyone. No. I started dating this other guy and it was like a whirlwind. It was just perfect. Like, you know, he was talking marriage, he was talking kids, he was talking, oh my God, I've never felt this way about anyone. You're not like anyone I've ever met. Plot twist. He was a gobshite. One day, he just dropped off the face of the earth. He was supposed to be my date to my mum's wedding and he just didn't turn up. Didn't answer his phone. Nothing like that. I was like, what the fuck, this is so embarrassing. I couldn't even say like we broke up, you know, and it was clean, because it went on for about 2 or 3 months, this breakup. Because he was all like, I want to be with you, but I don't want to be in a relationship right now. Yeah, he was one of them. Ooh. And I think about the beginning of this December. So I said, do you know what, mate? Just piss off out my life. Don't speak to me. I don't even want to speak. I don't want to hear from you ever again. Lo and behold, New Year's Eve, he's like, get the whole, how you doing? Text, what you want? And he was like, well, not only just seeing how you were. I was like, what you want? Do you want to be friends? Do you want to be, because, you know, I'm not interested in that. I said, do you want to be with me? What have you decided? Well, I don't know. When I was texting you, I wasn't really expecting the Spanish Inquisition. Do you know what, hun? It's New Year. You stay in 2013, mate. And I think in the March, he got back in touch again and he was like, I really want to see you. And I was like, right, okay. Fine, let's meet up. So we met up and you know what? I felt nothing for him. This was someone that I'd been so like infatuated by. He's like, I want to settle down with you. I want to be with you properly. And I would go, think about it. Nah, it's not going to happen really. A couple of weeks later, there's this lad that I'd spoke to him on Twitter a couple of times. Like we were for years, like we'd both been with other people and stuff like that. There was nothing in it. It was just, you know, occasionally he'd reply to one of my funny tweets or I'd reply to one of his. And we were Snapchatting at this point and I was like, listen mate, when are you going to take me out? And then he did, and then I married him. So that was that. Yeah, so basically he took me out. We had an amazing time. He came back to mine because, you know, listen, let me just clear up a little myth, right, okay? If you go back with a lad on your first date, as is your right as a human being, and then he fucks you off because you were too easy, newsflash, that ain't the guy for you. Whether you'd waited till the 10th date or the 10th second of meeting him, that ain't the guy for you. Doesn't make you a slag, okay, hon? It doesn't. It makes you like a person with a brain who can make their own decisions. So anyway, yeah, he came back to mine on the first date, and you know what? He just kind of like never left, really. And then 2 years later, we had a baby, and we're married. And he was all the things pretty much on my list. So although I did go out and meet the man of my dreams, on paper, he wasn't the man of my dreams at all. But what he did teach me is that the perfect man was out there, and I was perfectly right to raise my standards and pinpoint what it was exactly that I wanted in a man. Anyone that you're with, they're there to teach you something. So the guy, the textbook guy with all like the secret kids and all that, he sort of taught me everything that I did not want in a man. And then the guy I was with after, who was just nice, he sort of taught me that just because someone doesn't have those things doesn't mean they're the right person for you. He taught me that there's certain things that I do want a man to have. And then the dream guy that I met on the night out, he just taught me that that person's out there. Just keep looking. It's not quite the time yet. So that's my point, basically, is that you might be tempted to lower your standards and just settle and accept whatever comes at you. You know, it's especially if you've had your heart broken and been treated badly, it's really easy to just, you know, settle for nice. Don't do it. Raise your standard. At the end of the day, you're potentially going to have to spend the rest of your life with this person. And it's not easy sometimes, it really isn't. No matter how in love you are, there's times when it's just not easy. Make a list and stick to it. It doesn't have to be a long list. Just do like your few little non-negotiable things that you will not accept anything less than. And then, you know, take it from there. Happy hunting.